Okay. Good evening, world.
Good evening. Good evening.
Yeah, these are my grandchildren. On my right is Kamsi Joseph Adeboku, and on my left is Chimenka Caleb Adeboku. Yeah, my grandchildren from my second daughter, who lives with the family, the husband, here in Holland, Rijkjavik in Den Haag. I'm on a visit to them here. I intentionally asked the two of them to join me because they are also members of the Tbc community. They are fully registered and they are verifiable members. They pay their admin fee, and Kamsi on my right here was able to get two members to join within 24 hours that he got registered. So you can see that TBC is on its way to our destination. Everybody knows that we are now in the distribution phase, and we have all sorts of incentives to encourage all members to bring in as many new recruits, referrals as possible, so that we get to our 1 billion member target within this year, the way admin has envisaged it. It is purely possible. It is absolutely possible. We all need to work a little bit harder. We all need to move out there and see the people. As I said in my broadcast of yesterday, I'm in Holland now. I came with my TBC business card. You can see mine. You can see my TBC business card. I printed 1,000 of it, and I came to Europe now with 500 because I intend to publicize TBC, create awareness about TBC. I may not be able to recruit a lot of people or people at all, but at least giving out these cards and talking to people about TBC, they will be fully aware of the existence of TBC, the billion coin, and any other person that comes after me here will find it easier to approach the people and talk about TBC. So this is a missionary journey I am undertaking here. And I'm sure that before I go, my daughter and the husband will surely register because their children are already there. So they have to register before I leave here. I've been to the market. Today is the second time I've been to the market at Den Haag. And I gave out a lot of cards, and most of the people promised to call me back. You know, I have to take a picture of that market. I've told my daughter when we go there Monday or so, I have to take a picture and show it so that you see that it's a very busy market. People don't all go to where big shopping malls. A lot of people go to the market because things are cheaper there, and they are also the same quality. So there are a lot of merchants there. But the point is that they are very, very busy for somebody to talk to them. But I will see how I can make it. Maybe I have to go later in the day when the people have come and probably gone. I've not been there in the afternoon. I've only been there in the morning hours. And that seems to be their peak period. But I've been able to meet other people too. I met some other people who are just shoppers, and I gave them the cards, and they promised to get in touch with me. So you see, there are many ways of doing it. We must have the courage. We must have the drive. We must have the desperation to go all out and get TBC going. Our TBC is already functioning. The money is already in use. A lot of merchants are already there. We have over 800, 900 merchants now. So all over the world. So the money is already in use. So we have examples to show to people. We have a lot of things to show to people. In Nigeria, you buy land, you buy cars, you buy foodstuff, you buy electronics with TBC. Even one of the big online shopping platforms has made it's making it possible that TBCians can shop there with TBC coins, TBC crinkles. So you can see that in Cameroon, our big friend and brother Mbe is making waves. They're bringing in a lot of merchants. In Philippines, you have that gentleman there who has come first 2 times during the Bitcoin contest, bringing in a lot of merchants. So the money is already in use. We just need to work hard. I don't want to do much work today except to introduce these two gentlemen here. Let me ask Kamsi, who is the elder one. He's 13 years old. He's a good footballer, a pianist. They do a lot of things. Holland is a very nice place to bring up children. And the family, their father and mother, are really giving them opportunity to express themselves in whatever ways they want. But first of all, let me ask him, Kamsi, what do you know about money? What do you know about money?
Well, I mean, I don't know that much, but the most I know is back in the days, it used to be a way of trade, and before it used to be good for goods, but now money is just another way of trade.
Good. Do you know about digital money, the one that is now, you are now a member of, which is TBC, a cryptocurrency?
I've heard of it, but I mean, I don't know that much. I know it's the future money. Good. And later on, we won't be using money, but we're using digital money as a way of trade.
Exactly. Wonderful. You know a lot now. I mean, you are really exposed, and that is very encouraging. But I'm sure my Chimenka, Chimenka, I hope you are listening to your brother. Yes. You know, before money, goods and services were exchanged. That is trade by barter. That's what it was called. Mm-hmm. Trade by barter, where people, you give me orange, I give you carrot. But at a time, it became difficult because if I give you orange and you want semovita or rice, I cannot give you that. Mm-hmm. So people decided that, okay, everybody bring your goods to me. I will give you a piece of paper or something to represent your goods. Mm-hmm. And with it, you can go to somebody else and collect any goods you want. Yes. So that is how money started developing. And we have the fiat currency, the one that is being circulated around by governments and controlled by governments all around the whole world. Mm-hmm. And we see that that money is a means of operation of everybody. Yes. In the world, we have up to 7.5 billion people. Mm-hmm. Sure. And out of these 7.5 billion people, 1% of 7.5 billion people controls more than 95% of the world economy. That is 1%. If you take 7.5 billion 10% is 7.5 million. 1% is 75,000, around that.
So it's not very many. Not so many.
Now you can see that 75,000 people in the whole world controls almost the whole money we are all having. And the 98% or 99% have only 1 or 2% of the economy to go after. That is why a lot of people are very, very poor in the world. And these people who are controlling this money, they don't want to let go. They are using it to make you a slave. You know, they slave you by making you dependent on them. You every morning you wake up, look at your father has gone to work. He's just coming in now. Since 6 o'clock, he left in the morning. Because these few people have hijacked the money of the world. But now, this cryptocurrency have come in. There are a lot of cryptocurrencies. You have Bitcoin, you have Litecoin, you have Ethereum. There are many of them. But none of them is like TBC. TBC has a mission. The creator of TBC, who we call admin, we don't know. We don't want to know who he is, and we don't want anybody to know who he is. What matters is that we know what he is doing. He has a mission. He wants to eradicate poverty in the whole world.
That's something not anybody has been able to accomplish yet.
Good. Nobody has come to this idea yet, and these rich elites are probably not happy. That's why we don't want them to know who he is, because they will go after him. They may even try to kill him, because they are desperate. So now, in order to be able to eradicate poverty through the whole world, he created this TBC money, crinkles, which he calls the billion coins. Now, the billion coins means there will be 1 billion of these coins, and there will be 1 billion of members. So imagine in the whole world where you have 1 billion people in a community, all having the same type of money, and their money is in their wallets. It's not in any bank. You see, if you do any business in bank, if you go to exchange money, you want to change your dollar to euro, for example, they will take commission from you. They will take money from you. But in TBC, you don't need exchange.
Everybody will be
because everybody is using the same currency. 1 billion people right through the bank, through the whole countries, regardless of the border, regardless of the color, regardless of the religion, regardless of politics. Everybody is using the same coin. So when you want to, if I want to order something now from India, like there are Tibetans there who are selling motorcycles and all these gadgets. We just agree on how much the motorcycle is in crinkles, and then I just transfer the crinkle to them, and they ship the motorcycle to me. There is no need going through the bank, because if I have to go through the bank now, they will have to open letter of credit for me. They'll have to do this. You know, they blow up the apparatus so that they make money out of you. Because all these jobs, they'll tell you, but you have to pay all these people. They have to pay all these people. So they collect most of your money, which you could have used for business. But in this case now, it's no more necessary. You go straight on and buy whatever you want to buy. You go straight on and do your communication, because TBC is a private currency. It's among these 1 billion people. So imagine Holland, in which you are, is 17 million people.
Yes.
A very small country.
Yes.
But now when TBC matures, TBC, as we're talking now, has above 50 million people. 3.3 of them are very active. Like I'm an active one. But you children now have registered you. You're not going to be active because you're very busy with your school and other things. But you are members. So imagine where you have 1 billion people using the same money. That will be the largest economy in the world. Because you have professionals, you have I'm a civil engineer. For example, your father is a computer engineer, your mother is an accountant. If all of us are in TBC, we don't need to go outside to do any transaction.
Sure.
If I want somebody to do any computer programming or something, I just call your father. I need accounting to be set up for my business, I call your mother. So, and we use our own money to do our transactions. So this is going to be the biggest economy in the world. And when this is happening now, the aim now is this. Out of these 1 billion people, the 1 billion people, everybody will be a millionaire. When I'm talking of a millionaire, I mean real millionaire. And out of it now, we are working towards getting 1 million billionaires.
That would be an achievement.
Yes, because the money has been mined, the admin has it in his wallet, and is giving it out. That is why we bring in people by giving them money. Like you, we gave you 25,000 crinkles. The same thing with you, you know. So we invite people to join us, and we give them money because we want to eradicate poverty. By the time we have 1 billion people who are millionaires and 1 million people who are billionaires, they will be able to employ a lot of people. As we are talking now in the world, around 4.5 billion people are jobless and hungry and looking for work. Now, if 1 billion people employ at least each 5 persons,
that would be almost.
That is 5 billion. That will wipe out the whole unemployment out of the road. And you know, according to natural law, when the demand for something is higher than the supply, the price of the thing rises. So when everybody be looking for employees, somebody to work for you, your mother will be looking for somebody to open her industry, your father will be doing it. By the time you do that, the salary of these people will escalate. The salary will go high. And when it goes high, you have ushered in abundance. People will have enough money. They will begin to go on holidays. They will not be doing the rat race again, looking for money for peanuts. You work the whole day, like in Nigeria. You know, it's unbelievable. Do you know that in Nigeria, some people don't earn up to 100 euro in a month?
That must be.
Can you believe that?
That must be a hard life.
It's a very hard life. 100 euro is 40,000 naira. Look, the labor force in Nigeria, the workers' union in Nigeria went on strike to force the government to make the minimum wage, that is the smallest wage anybody can get, to be 30,000 naira. It's still not up to $100 euro. And the government said no. And they went on strike. You can imagine. And people are suffering. People are suffering. So with TBC, it's going to be clear. I had a discussion with their father. I have to bring this up, you know. He said it seems TBC is targeted towards the poor countries. Yes. It's the poor countries that really need TBC. It's poor countries that really need TBC because they want to get out from their wretched way of life. Because if they join TBC now, their life will be better. Nobody can enslave them anymore. Nobody can humiliate them and ridicule them. So that is why, if you check, the population of these poor countries is very high in TBC, like in Nigeria now. We have around 1.3 million Nigerians as TBC members.
Wow.
Yeah. But Holland now, because people are living a comparatively easy life, there are only 1,300 members of TBC in Holland. Can you imagine?
Yes. No.
But in all these poor countries, the people are joining because they are realizing that that is their only way of escape. That is their only way of survival. So that is why it's necessary that we should get to 1 billion people quickly. Because the minute we get to 1 billion people, our money will become very liquid. You can now use it. You don't need, you can just walk into a shop and say, I want a radio, and they give you, say, how many records you transfer and collect it and go. So that is why we must quickly get to 1 billion people. And that is why I am going all out here, talking to people, giving them cards to create the awareness so that people know of the existence of TBC, and eventually they will join, because it's a movement that is the best in the whole world now. Nobody has ever come with that idea to eradicate poverty in the whole world and create abundance. So it's necessary that everybody should join TBC. So I congratulate you for joining TBC, and you'll be happy, my grandson, that you did. The future will tell. Thank you. I will have to stop the broadcast now. This is a live broadcast now. People are watching everywhere. So my brothers and sisters of TBC, you can see that it is necessary that we talk to the members of our family, our close friends, our brothers, our uncles, our relatives. They may be difficult, but with proper education, they will understand. And for you to do that, you have to be very knowledgeable in everything about TBC. You must have the information at your fingertips. So I have to close today, and I'll be back again on Monday after going out for my normal market drive, and then probably I will get pictures, I hope, and then I will come and show it here. Thank you. God bless all of you.
Bye.
Bye. Yeah.
Family out.
Thank you, children. Thank you.